Hello, thank you for joining me on my channel. My name is Emmanuel Junior Asan, and on this channel we talk about life, we talk about love, and we talk about marriages. So if you are new to this channel, thank you for passing by, and I think you can help this channel by hitting the subscribe button, because when you hit the subscribe button, it will support the channel and it will make me happy as well. So thank you for doing that. Let's dive right into the video. So today, so I made a video about the things I wish I knew when I was growing up. So here are some other things that I wish I knew whilst I was growing up. Number one, I wish I understood earlier that you need to be able to agree to disagree with people. Everybody cannot agree with you on a certain thing. I came from a home where you don't have a choice to disagree. What your parents agree on, that is final. You cannot say no. All you have to say is a yes. And then also, I grew in that environment where when you disagree with something, you are looked at as, a bad person or as a rebellious person. But as I was growing up, I began to understand that it is necessary for people to disagree with you on certain things, because it preserves sanity in certain circumstances, or it brings dynamics, or it brings unpredictability in the things that we do as human beings. Because you alone, you might not get certain things right. Somebody else might be looking at the thing from another perspective. That is the reason why the person might be disagreeing with you. I understand what I'm saying. So you see that I grew up before I understood this concept that says that you need to sometimes agree to disagree with people and be okay when people disagree with you. But in our Ghanaian, sector, in our Ghanaian settings, it is very, very difficult to disagree with people. When you disagree with people, then they see you as an enemy, or they see you as somebody who is not for them. No, that's not the point. We have to be able to come to be comfortable with disagreement. When people disagree with you, you should be comfortable with it. And those of you, or those of us who are hoping to get married, hoping to have companies, hoping to work with people, you need to be comfortable with this, which is that people should be free to disagree with you. Your partner, your husband, and your wife should be free to disagree with you on certain things, and you should be okay. You shouldn't hate them when they disagree with you. You shouldn't hate your employees when they disagree with you, or you shouldn't hate your members if you are a pastor. When your members disagree with you on something, don't hate it. Instead, understand why they disagree with you and then work together as people. Because I believe it is in that there is strength, where people see things from different angles. So that is something that I wish I learned earlier in my life. I would have appreciated humanity much more better. I would have appreciated people much more better. And I think it's a good thing you also learn it as I'm sharing it with you right now. Then the next thing also I wish I understood or learned earlier in my life was how to endure or how to enjoy failure. We are growing up in a world where failure is something that, how do I even put it? It's something that is considered as so bad. Definitely there comes to a point in your life where you cannot fail at certain things. At certain things you cannot fail when you get to a certain stage or a certain point in your life. But as you are growing up, you need to understand that you have to fail, because it is in failure that you learn how not to fail. If you have never failed at anything before, you should be worried, because failure is a very good teacher. It helps you know what is good, what works, and what does not work. So in my earlier life, I didn't understand these things. So when I fail at something, I beat myself down. I think so much. I overthink certain things, and it's like, oh Lord, this thing, I just give up on certain things because I failed once. I was not trained to be comfortable with failure, because I grew up from a home where you cannot do mistakes. When you fail at something or you do a mistake, what would happen to you in the house? And it made me become afraid of failing. But I want to share with you that, look, as you are watching this video, you probably might have failed at something. You probably might be depressed because you have failed at something. You have not done anything wrong. You are a human being and you are learning, and it is through these things that you grow up. But as you grow up, when you get grown up or get perfect at certain things, failure shouldn't be an option. But as you grow up, you should be comfortable with trying things and failing at them, because it is in that you learn what you need to learn. It is in that you know how to fail and how not to fail. So when somebody comes to you and the person is trying to go through the route that you went through and you failed, you can tell the person something. Look, when you pass here, you fail. Pass here and you still accomplish the same thing without failure. That is how life is supposed to be. So parents out there, if you are watching me, please be comfortable with your children when they fail. I'm not saying that, when they are failing every time. No. Nature is not like that. Nature naturally learns from failure. So when your children fail at certain things, encourage them. Let them be comfortable in failing around you. Then you can use that opportunity to teach them how not to fail at certain things with love, so they can become better human beings. They can become better entrepreneurs or better managers and better, people in the society. That is the second thing, on this episode that I wish I knew whilst I was growing up. Then the third thing that I wish I understood has to do with people, human beings. I felt as if human beings didn't care. Human beings were selfish. Yes, human beings are very selfish. Are very selfish beings, entities. And then we are drawn to people. We are drawn to people based on the problem they can solve for us. And I need you to be comfortable and understand that very well. You may not, understand the things, or you may not accept what I am saying, the things I'm sharing on this video. That is totally fine. But if some of these things strike a string in your mind, then please listen. Because look, I felt as if people came close to me because of something. And that is the thing. People come close to you because of something. Maybe you are solving a problem for them. Mostly it is because you solve a problem for them. You get the point? Maybe, the way you talk makes somebody happy. You are solving a problem for the person. So the person always wants to find him or herself around you. You are solving a problem. People have gone to monetize that. So people become comedians. They are making money out of that thing. Okay, but maybe because you don't have that mindset, so you are not making money out of it yet. But what I'm trying to say is, it took me some time to understand that people don't just like you or love you. No, they love or they like you for a reason. And most often, it is because of a problem that you are solving for them. Maybe somebody is trying to learn something in which you are already successful. So the person comes close to you. The purpose for the person coming close to you is to learn how you became successful, not to love you as a person. And you need to understand that. Your employees, some of them, they come to your company not because they like your company, no, because of the bonuses or the salary that accompanies the work you do over there. That is the point. People come close to you maybe because of the benefits. Maybe you are the type of person that is, always chilling, always here and there, that kind of thing. Some people, they like that, so they come to you because of that. You see the thing? So it took me some time to understand that, yes, this is how human beings are. Human beings will come to you or might come close to you because of a problem that you will solve for them. And you should be okay and fine with that, so that you can be able to know where to put your eggs or where to put your emotions. So when people come to you because of something, and when they are not getting the thing, they leave you, you should not be troubled about it. You understand the terms under which the people have come close to you. So that is something that I really, really wish I knew, because I always attach a lot of emotions to people when they come around. So when somebody maybe decides to leave me for no reason, but now I got to understand maybe it is because of some problem that I solved for them, which is no more being solved. So they go ahead to get a solution from somewhere else. It is totally fine. There is no problem with it. But in those days, then I will be beating myself down. Oh, this person is bad, this person is this. No, that is humanity. That is how we have been made. So understand that. Definitely there will be people who are there for you in the thick, in the thin. People don't really care whether you are producing any fruit, whether you are being fruitful, they don't care. They are just there with you as a person, as a human being. They just want to see you make it. They just want to be there for you. There are classes of people like that, but 90% of the people that will come around you, they come because of the problems you solve for their lives. And know that, so that when people come to you and they leave, you don't beat yourself emotionally, you don't worry yourself emotionally. Then also, the next thing that I wish I knew with, when it comes to life, or when it comes to dealing with people, is that, people cannot stay with you forever, or people will not stay with you forever. People will have to move on. There are times where people have to move on, or you should even encourage people to move on, because when people stay with you, forever, you hinder them from becoming what they should become. People cannot stay with you. People cannot be in your life forever. Take for instance your children. When you give up to your children, they can't stay with you forever. No. It will come to a point where these children have to go to school. They have to change environment. They have to get married. They have to work. And they will not stay in your house forever. They have to go and move on. And it is in that movement that you see them become what they have to become. Even your partner, maybe your wife or your husbands may not stay with you forever. There will come a time where your husband probably has to go and do something, has to work, has to do this, has to do that. You get the point? That one is a different situation. But what I'm trying to say is that people will leave you. There will come times in your life where your friends, people you grew up together, people you thought were your friends, that you guys are going to die together, you are going to go to the same school, you are going to do everything the same. It will come to a point in your life where they may have to move on without you. And you should be comfortable with that. You shouldn't attach your emotions so much with that. I have friends who I grew up with. Right now, I don't see them. I don't know where they are. We've lost contact. We've lost communication. And it's totally fine. In my earlier days, these things worry my heart so much that I would think and think and think, why are human beings so wicked? That is not wickedness. It is just something that nature has set aside. Just like how you eat and you expel it, is the same thing that human beings are. Human beings will come into your life and they have to move on. And you should be comfortable with some of these things. Then the last thing that I want to share with you is that, look, for you to make it in this life, you have to learn how to work with people. These things, I didn't know them whilst I was growing up. So there are times where I want to fly solo. I want to do things by myself. There's a popular saying that if you want things to be done right, or the way you think about it, you do it yourself. Yes, that is okay, but that is not always the case in certain situations. There are times where you have to work with people. You really have to work with people. Somebody has to do this for you. Somebody has to do that for you. Nature itself teaches us that. When you were giving birth to, people had to help you to do things. They had to help you to eat. They had to help you to drink water. They had to help you to walk. They had to help you to sleep, on and on and on. So you can see that we have been created to work with each other. So don't always want to do things on your own. Don't always want to do everything by yourself. Don't always want to succeed alone. You cannot easily succeed alone. You have to work on people. You have to stand on people's shoulders to be able to get to where you are going to. Or people have to step on your shoulders to get to where they have to go to. And when those times are happening, be comfortable with working with people. Be comfortable with delegating things to people. Be comfortable with bringing people around for a common goal or for different goals when it comes to every other person. And you should be comfortable with such things. Thank you for joining me for this video as well. There are some other things that I will share with you in later videos. And if you like the content so far, please consider subscribing to the channel, because it will help move the channel forward, and it will make me happy as well. And then like the videos, hit the notification button so when a new video is dropped, you can be notified. Thank you and have a wonderful day.